Okay, children. Now I think so you all remember everything which I explained you in the previous class. So today we are going to start climate of Asia, right? So as we know that we have already studied that there are five divisions of Asia, and different relief features are found in the continent of Asia. And continent of Asia is the biggest continent if it is compared with the other continents, right? Now as the relief features are different everywhere, just the same thing is found in the climate also, right? So the enormous expanse of Asia, abundance of mountain barriers and inland depression have resulted in variety of climate. Now we know very well that Asia is a peninsula, right? It's a peninsula because from three sides it is covered by the oceans, right? Now there will be obviously different types of climate will be which will be enjoyed by this part of Asia, okay, leaving out Europe. So this part of Asia will definitely have different type of climates. Why the different type of climates? Because there are different types of relief features found in it. Fine, somewhere we will find the mountains just like Himalayas, right? And we know about the Ural mountain which actually divides Asia from Europe, right? I getting my point? So these mountains actually are the barrier, right? And then these are the higher mountains, then we move towards the plain, the river valleys, right? The northern lowland. What are these areas? These areas are of depression, right? So very it gives variety of climatic condition. So monsoon winds influence much of Asia climate, right? Why? Because there is different relief features found there. Now let us start the factors affecting the climate of Asia, right? So the first is the latitudinal extension, which actually affects a lot the climate of Asia. Now what comes that if we talk about the latitudinal extension, it extends from 10 degree south, right? This is equator. Can you see, children? This is equator, 0 degree. And as we come towards the southern side, it means from here, if we move down, the southern hemisphere starts, and if we move up, the northern hemisphere starts, right? So in the southern hemisphere we have the Tropic of Capricorn, and in the northern hemisphere we have Tropic of Cancer, right? Now what is the extension of latitudinal extension of Asia? It means below from this line of equator 10 degree, and we will move upward towards the Arctic Circle, that is 80 degree north, right? So it just touches that part of Arctic Circle. So it extends from the equator to, this is the part of Arctic Circle, right? So it comes till here. So the climate ranges from hot and wet. Now we know very well that if the sun rays fall, this is the sun, and the sun rays, if it falls on Tropic of Cancer. Now why we are stressing on Tropic of Cancer? Because Tropic of Cancer is that line which crosses Asia. It crosses the southern part of Asia. Is that very clear? Now if the sun is straight away throwing the rays on the Tropic of Cancer, so what will happen? The whole land area will have high temperature, okay? Which type of temperature? High temperature, right? Now sun is here, and as sun is here, it means Tropic of Capricorn is very far from it. So as it is very far from it, so what will happen? The southern hemisphere will have low temperature. Is that very clear? So this has low temperature, right? So where the sun is, that area has high temperature, and where the sun is very far from that area, that is Tropic of Capricorn, will have low temperature. Okay, now what happens, the when the sun falls on the Tropic of Cancer, the whole of the land mass receives, good sunshine, right? But still there is, we will find the difference that as we move away from the Tropic of Cancer, the temperature will start changing. Okay, so as we move upwards towards the northern side or to the Arctic Circle, there we will not see as harsh, the sun rays falling there, but there is, very cool and freezy temperature. Right, throughout the year, the area is covered by snow. Right, but this doesn't happen here in this area where the sun rays are directly falling. Fine. So can't you imagine yourself that this area will have different climate? Then as we will move more further from the equator, main line is equator, right? But here as we are studying Asia, so we are taking up Tropic of Cancer, right? So as we will move away more from the equator and Tropic of Cancer, there will be cold, then more and more, and then we will see that here full area is frozen. Full area is frozen. Fine. Okay, now here the division is there, Ural Mountain and Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and here we will find the division of Asia and Europe. Fine. Now this is the variation of climate, and what is the factor? The factor is latitude. I hope this much is very clear. So as we will move away from 0 degree, that is equator, what will happen? Definitely the temperature will keep on changing. Fine. Then the next factor is distance from sea. Now here we will see which ocean we have already studied. Which ocean is found in the southern side? That is Indian Ocean, right? And as we move towards the northern, we will find here Arctic Ocean, and on the eastern side we will find here Pacific Ocean. Right. So what is the second factor it tells about that as we will move away or means far from the sea, what will happen? We are going to experience the continental type of climate. Right. So these areas which are near to the sea, that is the coastal area. Are you getting my point? This full coastal area, eastern coastal plains, and here the southern coastal plains like Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats, these areas will be pleasant, and if there is sun, so there will be wind all the time blowing in this area. I hope this much is very clear. So the coastal areas, the area which is near to the water, what will happen? That area will be what will have very pleasant type of climate. Now as we move towards inside of the land, now this is all landlocked. What does this word means? Landlocked. It means here this is covered by this area is joined with the land on the other side. So what is happening, that there is no such way I mean to say that the area, this all area, I mean to say this one all is what will have continental type of climate. Now what is continental type of climate? Continental climate is characterized as hot summers. Now whatever will happen, it will happen to the extremes. Right. If it is winter, it means extreme winters. If it is summers, it means extreme summers will be there. Right. Where? In the middle of the land. Right, not in the coastal areas. Coastal areas will have very quick summers, very it will be warmth in the afternoon and very nice weather in the evening. Fine. Where? In the coastal area. But as we are moving inside the landmass, what will happen? It will have extreme type of climate, which is known as continental climate. Extreme. Okay, so this is what found where in Asia. So this is the second point which I have explained you just now. Now comes the third factor, that is elevation. Elevation is what? It means, distance from the sea level. If we move up in a mountain, so we will be far from the sea level, right? So as more as we will be far from the sea level, what will happen? That area will definitely have the change in the temperature. Children, try to understand. Okay, now this is a mountain. For example, this is a mountain, right? And elevatedly, if we move up, if we are moving up, what will happen here? There will be normal temperature. If we will move up more, the temperature will get low, and then lower, and then lower, and here you will find the snow covered peaks, right? So again, the point is in this factor that even the elevation also affects the temperature there. I hope this much is very clear, children. So the elevation is also an important modifier of climate. It actually tells about that what type of climate could be found in that area. So the mountainous area, even though close to the equator, right, experience just like the polar and subpolar regions. Now, we know very well that in the southern part of India there is too much, we will, I cannot say, I mean to say that in the southern side of India, it is more hotter, right? It is more hotter. Why it is more hotter? Because what? Because of what? Because of the land mass which is bound, and with the land mass which is away from the coastal area, right? So what is elevation? That the mountains which are found here, the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats, here you will find the Eastern Ghats, and here you will get the Western Ghats. So these mountains who are elevatedly very high will have cool type of climate. Are you getting my point? So actually it is where in the southern part, and most of the land area just starts from here only. It starts from here, right? But this area is exposed towards the ocean, towards the sea, right? The coastal area. But as we move inside, we are getting inside the land mass, and there will be continental type of climate found. So these mountains which are where in the land mass, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats, though they are in the southern side, but just because of the elevation, there the temperature will be different. Fine. Now comes the monsoon winds. Now we know very well that monsoon winds brings rain, right? So the monsoon winds have their impact on almost whole of Asia. Which winds? Monsoon winds, right? So as it enters, from which side? From the this western and southern side, right? So as these wind which moves towards the land mass also brings what? Rainfall, right? And these winds actually change the temperature of that area, and obviously when it will enter into our country from the ocean, it will carry moisture within, with itself, and as it comes inside the landmass, it starts showering, right? Now here the barriers which are Western and Eastern Ghats. Are you getting my point? These are the barriers of western and eastern sides. These are the mountains, right? So as the monsoon wind will come from this side, it will hit that area. Now again comes that point that the mountains are the barriers, and when this wind go and move towards these ghats, there they fall. Okay, so wherever the wind, the moisture laden wind is stopped by these barriers like mountains, it start falling down in the form of rainfall, right? But you cannot say that all the rainfall happens this side. No, it doesn't, it doesn't happen like this. Some part of the wind moves inside the earth, inside our country, right? So this also happens, and sometimes from this Gujarat side also the wind enters and it covers up whole of our country, but our country receives a very good rainfall. Why it happens? Because of the Himalayan range, because Himalayan range stands like a hero. Okay, it stands like a king, and it stops the moisture laden air there only, and then it falls, right? And then the chilly wind which comes from the Tibet and this side of area across Himalaya. So Himalaya is that king which stops the chilly wind to enter in our country, right? If we think about that, if Himalaya would have not been there, so what should be the condition of our country? It should be whole and soul, this area should have been frozen, right? So just because of the mountain barriers, we also enjoy number of benefits, right? I hope this much is very clear. So monsoon wind actually brings moisture with itself, and then as it moves, as it comes towards the land area, it starts showering. I hope this is very clear. Okay, so the climatic condition vary according to season also. You can understand some of the differences if you study carefully the climatic maps of Asia, right? But if you understand that what is happening when the monsoon wind enter, right? Where does it fall first? On the Western Ghats. Now see the areas like Goa and Kerala, number of times these areas are hit by flood. Do you remember last year also and this year also, these areas were in that threat of flood, and so much of damage was seen in this part. Why? Because lot of rainfall is experienced in this area, but still, just because as the wind has to move upward, move further, so still from this side, from the Gujarat side, the wind enters, and then it showers all over India as well. It showers all over the group of islands and the areas which are on the eastern side. I hope this much is very clear. So not only I am just telling you about India because we know about the climate of India, we know very well because we are experiencing every year the same thing. So not only India, but this mountain wind keeps on moving towards this part, and it moves till here, and all the mountain mountainous area, the valleys and the depressed area, and it moves towards the north. And after some times what happened, it start reversing. So this is the movement of the wind. Okay children, I hope this much is very clear to everyone. Okay.